Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Heroes Lounge. I am your caster, Bahamut. I wasn't sure if I was going to time that out correctly, but we ended up getting it just right. Welcome back. This is Heroes Lounge Division S. I am one of the many casters this evening. Thank you for joining me. Yeah, we got some cool games, so let's go ahead and actually check out the map bans that we did have that took place earlier. We did have the coin flip won by the members of OSD. They're going to go ahead and ban out Tomb of the Spider Queen. Braxis Holdout was banned out by Celeb Gaming, and we have first pick, or at least, excuse me, first map is going to be Will Sky Foundry, chosen by Order of the Sleeping Dragons. And actually, just to clarify that, I did not introduce the teams properly. On the left, we do have Order of the Sleeping Dragons, short OSD, and then on the right, we're going to be having Celeb Gaming, which is the old Broken Alliance roster, I do believe, that got picked up by Celeb Gaming. I think that's the whole thing for them. I'm not honestly 100% sure. But we got games. I'm just making sure I can see monitors. Okay, that's all set. Perfect. All right, we got a game. Let's go ahead and get into this. So, going into Volsky Foundry, we actually have quite a bit of really good potential for fights that can break out around the objectives. So, taking out a lot of these fight-centric heroes is really strong. The Lieutenant Morales ban is a little interesting to me, but I'm not too really worried about that. The Abathur makes sense, as well as the Maiev and the Zeratul. Zeratul has been getting a phenomenal amount of value into that late game as they can get their 20 kit. First pick, though, coming through, I actually saw a lot of Ana in the brackets that I was casting yesterday, so I'm wondering if maybe we'll see that same kind of Ana trail through. We actually have a high priority on Joanna. Okay. Because the top priorities that I've seen right now are grabbing the supports, and it's usually between Tyrande for the longest time, and now going to be that Ana as well. The one thing I also will note is that Aya Horus got a lot of play yesterday. That was actually really interesting how much value and how much play Aya Horus got throughout yesterday's games. I'm actually kind of excited about seeing that, and also just having some sort of variance outside of just the nano boost. But we're going to get the sexy new Hanzo skin, and we are going to be getting Tyrande with that. Great follow-up, great scouting, and I mean, both of them provide actually great scouting and poke, so really strong draft coming out from the members of Order of the Sleeping Dragon. Now, the side of Celeb Gaming, they've got the Joanna to start. They could easily follow up with an Alex Strauss-Stukov, or I was gonna say, all these other things that pair well with Joanna, but we're just gonna get the Ana and the Jaina to follow up with that. I like, actually, that's really great for rotations. Joanna has great wave clear setup, Jaina has the great wave clear, and Ana just has great ranged healing, as their team is not super divey, it's more on that control side. Going over, though, onto the side of the actual bans coming through for this game, Order of the Sleeping Dragon, looking at their draft, they're going to need a solo lane as well as some more damage, so taking out something that they don't want to deal with in that solo lane is probably their best bet, and Malthael's not a bad idea. That means that they are going to be going into that more tanky realm for these for the solo lane, but this is also a map where we see, actually, not even just this map, but overall, this is a great place to see Leoric, and Tomb is such a powerful tube. Blessed Shield has great setup. We could see the Water Elemental from Jaina or the Ring of Frost. Ana could also just go into Nano Boost or Eye of Horus. We've been seeing, honestly, both of them being played. This ban, though, coming out, gonna need to ban that maintenance. Actually, taking out the Medivh. They don't want to deal with any of that synergy that could possibly pop up with Diablo, as Diablo is still up and available, as well as Garrosh. A lot of really great tanks that they can actually pick up. Imperius is up and available as well. Really just a slew of whatever you want when it comes to the actual tank solo lane role, as none of that's really been prioritized in the ban phase here. With the Tyrande, I personally like the Garrosh or the Diablo, a little bit more so on the Diablo as he has the hard engage, but a Nubrak is going to be picked up with an Orphea as well. Okay. Nubrak has some dive forward. Orphea just has high mobility. We're going to be seeing Tribute on that Orphea. That makes a lot of sense. The last two picks, though, coming out from the side of Celeb Gaming. Need their solo lane, and then need an extra little bit of damage. Phoenix isn't actually a horrible idea here. It pairs well with the Jaina as well as the Joanna. They could pick up a Leoric for their solo lane, but they actually go for an Illidan and a Genji. Okay. That's a draft to start this out. Yeah. That's a really... Okay. Alright, well, I guess that's just how they're gonna go ahead and do that. Sorry, I am... thing. Oh. We'll have to do that later. But either way, we are going to be getting this last pick coming out from the members of OSD, and it's going to be the Thrall. Okay. I like it. I do like that Thrall pickup. I think that's actually a... Alrighty. This is interesting. Solo tank for both teams. Thrall for the solo lane, Illidan into that Thrall. I guess Thrall into that Illidan, more or less. I like this. I like this draft so far. I really, really cannot wait to see how this game is actually going to shake out for these two teams. That's, I think, the big factor, because these high competing teams, like, these are some strong players. That part we cannot deny. I just want to make sure I'm doing something right. Sorry. Yeah, sounds fine. Okay, cool. Alrighty. And are we? This loading screen. Okay. Sorry, I just side here. Neat, cool, wonderful. Let's get into this draft. I do apologize. I was trying to do something on the side while we had that going. But our loading screen is over. We are in this game. Let's go ahead and get into it. On the left-hand side, we're going to be having the members of Order of the Sleeping Dragon. We are going to be having Treebeard playing the Orphea. We're going to be having Enigmatic on the Hanzo. We'll be having Corgi Booty on the Thrall. Shot will be on that Anubarak, and rounding out the team with Elhaim on the Tyrande. On the right-hand side, we will have the members of Celeb TV. Was Satat going to be on the Ana? Met will be on... You're hiding on me. What are you on? Oh my god. Met will be on the Jaina. We're going to be having Slip on the Genji. Evasion will be on the Illidan, so very fitting with that. And then we'll have, I believe, Hunter CJ on the Giovanna is the one I missed. Let's go ahead and get into this mid lane. Looks like it's just going to be Hanzo with the Redemption level 1, so they're going to be trying to get those auto attacks off as much as possible. That's a big thing for that Hanzo, to make sure that they're constantly getting that damage out. I really, really like that setup so far. Chomp going to be coming out from Treebeard as well. And we'll just see how this kind of early game is going to be playing out. Doesn't look like we're going to be having a ton of early game kills, just mostly looking for that pressure, as well as maybe forcing up some of these lanes and making some of the members miss a little bit of the experience. Corgi Booty really getting pushed in this bottom lane by Slip and Evasion. They do tap their will, and they should be just fine. Ash, how are you? Thanks for coming by. Hope you had a wonderful day, my friend. Also, nice touch your burb. Very, very good. God, those games in Europe today, those were so good. I got to catch the majority of them, and it was absolutely a blast. Rotations are going to be coming up between the two lanes, and mostly we're just going to be seeing easy stacking, nothing too out of the ordinary. Jaina is going to be going those Fingers of Frost at level 1, so she's going to be wanting to grab those regen globes as much as possible. That's why the Joanna pairs so well with that, because she can have the Condemn, pull the wave together, get the clear, easy peasy. Jaina's going to be just left to go do that all on their own, as they do grab the Enforcer camp on the right-hand side, and items are such a priority in this map. We'll see, do we actually have a fight over the Biotic Emitter? Shot zoning out here. Hunter CJ is going to be just checking as well. Hanzo with the arrow, Slip diving over the wall. And Sleep Dart comes out as well. We actually have the contact healing coming out from the Ana. I've seen actually, I think this and Vampiric rounds at level 1. Pretty much ever since they reworked, those are the two talents that I've been seeing at level 1. So I'm liking the change in her kit a little bit with that. This is going to be the elite camp fought over here. Evasion will dive in onto that backline. We currently have Joanna pulling a couple members away with that Condemn. We actually have the first kill of the game going on to the Orphea. That is going to be Treebeard going down. Evasion with the Sonic Arrow on themselves. They do pick up the Biotic Emitter, and they will disengage from that. 10 seconds on the first Trigla Protector point to open up. I wouldn't be too surprised to see both teams rushing for their siege camp. At least Genji will be going ahead and grabbing that. You gotta have Evasion going back into bottom lane, as Corgi Booty is going to be stacking through that Echo of the Element at level 1. 13 out of the 20 stacks necessary for that. getting that chain lightning, getting that second charge, and also having some of the mana cost reduction. That's a big factor, so that way you don't have to really worry about that in the later half of the game. Like this, Evasion just sitting down here saying, I can body soak all this, I don't need to win out the lane, I'll wait for this to crash up, and you don't want to be too far forward. We are going to be having the top lane camp picked up for both these teams. Siege camps pushed in through their lanes. They might have to go clear that at some point, but we do have a little bit of an experience gain going over in favor for the members of Celeb Gaming, but not by much. Hunter CJ going to get poked at a little bit. We do have the dive in from Slip. Not going to be yielding a kill just yet as Evasion has joined into the fight as well. Top lane camps are going to be pushing into each other soon. We actually have the push on to Slip. Treebeard trying to get that burst damage out onto the Genji is not going to be succeeding just yet. And now this will be held over, not by any team either. It's still contested. No one really getting any percent charge. This is going to be the Iron Skin pop by the Joanna. Slip will get the Swift Strike right out of there, and they will be just fine. Easy retreat. But they do send their Genji up here. No, they're not going to, actually. I thought they were going to send their Genji up for that, but they re-engage back onto this point here. We are going to be having Genji diving in. Protection is going to be there with Reflection, and Shot taking a lot of damage. That is going to be Treebeard backing up, trying to get these Chomp and some of the other little damage pokes that they can with that Shadow Waltz, and... No, nothing just yet. 7s are achieved by both teams. Enzo sitting at 8 out of the 12 stacks for the Redemption. Going to be going into the armor reduction at level 7 as well. Pretty standard build that we're going to be seeing here. Another camp is going to be grabbed by the members of Celeb Gaming as well as Order of the Sleeping Dragon. And then we'll see another fight over this point. 38 on one side and 45 and rising on the side of Celeb Gaming. We do have the dive in from Slip, trying to just get some burst damage onto Shot. That Anubarak is getting a little bit low. They do need the healing. That is also going to be the Sonic Arrow out from Enigmatic. They have this brawl breaking out. Evasion does come into the backline. That is going to be the Biotic Emitter drop down as well. Sleep Dart goes out onto 1. We do have these camps pushing and dealing some decent damage, but they've zoned them away, and this looks like it's going to be Celeb Gaming holding this point over, and Order of the Sleeping Dragon will be having to give this first Trigla Protector over. It's not the biggest thing in the world either. It's not going to be devastating. It's going to usually just get the front gate in this mid lane, and then usually the well in top. Unless they get some massive kills, I don't predict much more to come from this, but a little extra damage. You can see them whittling away at those, and they'll just go ahead and rotate right back up. Enigmatic getting a few more stacks on that Redemption as well. The big thing with that is having that auto attack increased at that 12 stack is just so convenient for the Hanzo, and then also being able to mark them with the armor reduction with the sharpened arrowhead that allows them just to constantly mark those heroes so much quicker, and they do finish those 5 minutes into the game. Now they need to make sure that they're not going to get marked too often, because you can already see that marker going up to negative 10 armor, and so that just helps these teams shred through these heroes as well as the Trigla Protector. They do take out the front gate and the well. They'll back off, and that will be the Trigla Protector going down, getting quite a good amount of value here, and we are going to be starting to split off and see some differences in some of the healing numbers as well as the experience gains between the two teams. That was a really good first Trigla Protector for Celeb Gaming, but we actually have a dive coming in from Shot, trying to get the burst here. That is going to be Jaina with the Blizzard down on the ground as well. Slip is trying to find just a kill onto Treebeard, realistically, but Hunter CJ is the first one to go down in all this. A lot of that damage coming out from Enigmatic is going to yield them that kill, and with that, they are down. They'll be down 10 in just a second, but with that, that's such a great kill to take away, and now they can say, all right, cool, well, we can run over to this Biotic Emitter camp. We'll go ahead and grab this. If you want to dive in, that's a little risky on your end, as Slip is trying to grab this away. They do pop the Dragon Blade. Orphea is the first one to go down. They're winning this fight overall. It's a 4-for-4 fight, and that's actually Illidan going down to the backline, but Corey Gibuti is the next one to get squished as Slip has sliced and diced. 10s were achieved for both these teams. We actually have the web wrap going on to the Genji. Satad is trying to get the clear into this. Nice arrow coming up from Enigmatic. The reflection will be there from Genji. They do have the Swift Strike, but nobody else is going down. Thrall and Orphea were the only two on the side of OSD as the arrow goes up, but they do not get it. Orphea is back and into the fight, as well as Thrall. Everyone is back from death, and we get back into laning and rotations. I've been holding my cup of tea this entire time because I want to take a sip, but they kept breaking out in little fights. Oh my god. This early game is so good already. I'm loving the fights that are breaking up between these two teams. Also, thank you to everybody who has joined me on this Sunday evening. We are going to get some awesome Here's the Storm. We have 3 of these matches to watch. We have 3 best of 3s. We have 2 semis and a grand final, and then we'll find out Who's going to be going into, who's going to be taking week number 3? Is Corgi Booty is getting dove on here. That's going to be the Blessed Shield coming out as well. The dive is there, and the Sundering is not enough. The kill onto the Thrall. They burn the Sundering, which it's not the longest cooldown in the world, but they won't have it for the next 60 seconds. They'll be back in 15 themselves. Meanwhile, in top lane, they're just saying, all right, well, you got the pick on 2, our Thrall. We're going to open up this top lane, try and make it a little bit easier for ourselves to sustain during this next objective. Doesn't seem like they're going to be able to do that too quickly, as actually Illidan's going to be down in this bottom lane. Illidan also took Hunt. I just want to note that. So Illidan has like a pseudo-global. Looking just through the talents, I'm not seeing anything too out of the ordinary otherwise. We're going to be getting the nano boost from the Ana, but that makes sense with the Jaina. Also going into the water elemental at level 10. If you go into the Winter Mute at 20, that's a really big damage buff for that that water elemental with the Winter Mute talent. Really, really like the setup that they currently have with that. But Control Point B is going to unlock. Genji and Ana will be finishing out the siege camp on the right-hand side. You have Illidan just pushing in through bottom lane. Corgi Booty's back, making sure the soak is going to be there. We're not having a big difference in some of this experience, so we're only looking at about a 2,000-ish difference between the two teams. But that is also a talent tier in between those. And they're going to need those if they want that on the side of Order of the Sleeping Dragon. Celeb Gaming is going to be stepping up on this point. They'll get the initial charge. And seems like they're saying that's fine if we give that over. They're just going to want to win through point C potentially, so they're just going to open up bottom lane, or they're just going to let a little bit of charge come through down. I'm not sure about this play. Maybe if they can see it's just a tactic to pull them off the point. They make the rotation here. They're also looking for their 13s as quickly as possible, so this is going to help them. Good, get it. Hanzo going to be finishing out 1, 2. Needs one more minion. they keep going like, wait, one more minion. Wait, one more minion. They're going to get a little extra damage out here, but they have the dive coming out into Corgi Booty. They have that Wind Fury, but that might not be a good idea. It's going to be the Sundering coming out just to disengage and say, we do not want to die. 13s have been achieved. We do have a fight breaking out in this top. It's not going to be any deaths yet. Also, just an adaptation here, we actually have Insatiable coming out for a Treebeard at level 7, so not going to be going for either of the questing talents that we've often seen from a lot of teams. Hunt comes in from Evasion onto Treebeard. A lot of damage is going to be coming out. That is going to be the web wrap out onto the Genji, trying to burn through that as quickly as possible. The Crushing Jaws pulls the Genji right back in. The endpoint will be there as well, just to get a little bit more poke damage from that Shadow Ult, but not going to yield the kill they're looking for. Satat is going to be getting hit with the the Sonic arrow there, but nobody. A lot of buttons pressed. No one going down. They still have 3 heroics on the side of Celeb Gaming, and I think they know that, and they want to use that as an entryway onto this. We could have that Blessed Shield come out for a decent amount of setup. We do see that come out. They are going to be chasing in on this, and Meta goes over the wall. Corgi Booty is going to be the first target. That is going to be the Dragon Blade coming out from Slip. Another kill onto the Hanzo. They find Treebeard here, and that should be a kill onto them. Evasion is looking to try and get it, but it's not going to work out. They do take down Shot regardless. I like the fact that they do have this little turret doing work, so that will be taking down that a little bit here, but Evasion is maybe gonna go over the wall. Are they gonna do Illidan things? Well, they did one Illidan thing, but this is so good right here. I'm absolutely loving this, just slowly whittling down the Trigla Protector by like a solid 50%. It's so good. Like, they get 0 value from this entire thing. I love that they did that and they just chase kills. They're just like, all right, whatever, that's fine. We'll chase some kills. That's not going to get any value from you. And yeah. Now we're approaching that 16 talent tier from Celeb Gaming, and they're really coming out strong in this first game. It was pretty even. It's pretty dead even at the start of this, but now looking as we kind of progress a little bit more and more throughout this game, it's definitely looking stronger and stronger for Celeb Gaming as they hit that 16 talent tier. They do not get the biotic emitter from them, so they will have to fight into that, or at least get it through a kill. We do have actually a fight breaking out into mid lane. This is going to be the water elemental popping. They also do use the Shadow Shock. The Hunt comes in from the Illidan, and that's going to be the Anubrek to go down. Orphea, the next one to follow, Corgi Booty as well. They do have the slow, and that's going to be the Tyrande being thrown away. Enigmatic is the only one left. Do they have a hop over the wall? Well, they do, but it's not going to be enough as they get chased down and killed. Mid lane does have this fort getting pushed and pulverized, and that will be a wipe and also a fort going down in favor for Celeb Gaming. Point C hasn't been activated yet, so what they'll do is they rotate around the map, grab as many of these camps and objectives as possible. Also just pushing up the waves, making sure that there's constant pressure going into the enemy team. But this is a big thing in bottom lane, taking out this fort. That means that the sustain and also the engage distance and all of the factors of trying to get onto point C are going to be really, really limited by Celeb Gaming on the side of Order of the Sleeping Dragon. They go over here for the siege camp. I think it would have been a little bit too risky of a call, and they don't go for that. That will be OSD probably grabbing that, having at least a little bit of top lane pressure. They go ahead and grab this, oh my god, Enforcer camp, not Biotic Committer camp, and they'll just be getting items across the board. I think this is already 2 turrets for them. I think Illidan has 1. They'll grab this top lane camp. The Biotic Committer is going to be up in a minute 30. Might time out with the objective. I think it will be close. Top lane pressure. They don't have their 16s. They'll find it within this minion wave in mid lane. They can just play this nice and slow and safe. It's full, basically full chomp build coming out from Treebeard. We'll see if they take it 16 as well. Jane will be going to be going into the Northern Exposure at level 7, or excuse me, level 16 as well. So just armor reduction. I like it. Nice Sonic Arrow to come out from Hanzo. Shot going to be charming to have the engage with the Anub'arak. The one thing I want to note is that Diablo made it... Oh, wait, hold on. That's going to be an arrow coming through here. A lot of burst damage onto Hunter CJ. They're trying to get the Sunder. That will be the kill onto the Joanna, but they keep going right back into this. That is going to be Orphea going down as they have the Dragon Blade. Evasion is so low here. That is going to be the Anub'arak with the Burrow Charge. They don't get the kill. Slip is going to be having to get out as they're a little bit low, and Enigmatic is as well. They get the kill onto the Orphea as well as the Anub'arak here. They're looking for Enigmatic. Slip is a little bit too low here, but they might get a reset if they dive through. That will be the Toronto going down. They're chasing down Corgi Booty, and that is just going to be Enigmatic left alone alive. They have top lane pressure in their favor on the side of Celeb Gaming, and they also have the C point Triglav Protector. 20 seconds average across the board for the members of Order of the Sleeping Dragon, and we're not going to be seeing a rush for the Triglav Protector. Well, at least Theana's going for it, but the rest of the team will be pushing this bottom lane, trying to open this up a little bit more, get as much value, and Enigmatic will be wanting to stack up those redemption stacks as quickly as possible just to get back to 12, so they're back to marking and taking down that armor as quickly as possible. But they need to play safe. They don't want to stagger out of death and then really realistically lose out on this next objective completely. Genji is going to be soloing on the support camp. This will take a little bit. Surrounded with the Sentinel. Nice scouting out. They do know that they're there. I don't know if they're going to be able to do this quick enough by the time, or if they're going to be able to rotate quick enough by the time they're done with this. The Anub'arak will be there, but they don't get the Burrow Charge in. Shot is a little bit too late. Now we still have Ana doing Ana things in this bottom lane, holding over onto this point. I don't think they're going to even try for this. Top lane is pretty, I would say it's kind of in their favor on the side of Order of the Sleeping Dragon. They'll clear out mid. They've got to go in on this like quick. 10% goes very fast, and they know that they're just delaying this out. They're going to get the dismounts. They're just going to stall them out. Triglav Protector grab by Celeb Gaming. Let's see what they're able to do with this. Orphea with a little bit of poke forward. Getting that Shadow Waltz as well. Triglav Protector brought over by Ana. Point is going to be grabbed. They also have the lockdown with the Power Glove. That is going to be the Anub'arak absolutely bodied. Chomp goes out from Treebeard. That will also be the Crushing Jaws, but it will not connect onto any of the members. That is going to be the Swift Strike through a couple members. Slip is so low. They do drop the Biotic Emitter at the last second. That was a little worrisome. And it looks like they're going to be rotating a couple members in and out of the Triglav Protector. They put their Genji inside, who's a little bit damaged. And this is going to be moving over onto the fort. They want to go for core. You can already see the posturing from the Triglav Protector. They just want to end that. That will be Enigmatic finishing out those stacks, and they do have the dive for it on Treebeard just to move closer to the core. This Triglav Protector only sitting at 20-some% is not going to be able to finish it out. The chunking out from Treebeard is going to be a little bit too much, but with the Illidan already on the core, this might be enough for them here, as the Treebeard is going to be taking a lot of damage. Shot is already calling GG's. That is the Orphea going down. That will be the percent going down as well, and it looks like that will be game number 1 going over to Celeb Gaming. GG. Well played. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. I am your caster, Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we have Order of the Sleeping Dragon, and on the right, we have Celeb Gaming. And if you're just like, but Bahamut, how did we get here? Why are we in Game 2? I'll tell you. I got this fancy little thing that Weenus made. Shout out to Weenus who made this entire thing. It's amazing. Thank you so much. It's completely interactive. The coin flip was initially won by the members of Order of the Sleeping Dragon. Tomb of the Spider Queen was banned out by them. Braxis Holdout was banned out by Celeb Gaming. Volskaya Foundry was the first map chosen. Sorry about that. Chosen by Order of the Sleeping Dragon. They lost that. They opted for first pick for game number 2, which means that Celeb Gaming has chosen to take us to Sky Temple. Let's go ahead and find ourselves back into this draft. Black-Eyed Skiva, how are you doing? Next series should be Championship? So what are you saying? You just want to skip the LFM versus Multiple Smiles game? I like all these series. Like I'm loving these. Sorry, I'm making sure. Oh, my team's losing. Okay, let's actually get into this draft. So, we do have a Diablo being banned out by Order of the Sleeping Dragon. Celeb Gaming does not want to deal with that Lieutenant Morales once again. Interesting. Sky Temple is quite a large map and a very engaging and brawling map. Wouldn't be too surprised if I was just about to say, if we see the Avatar ban coming out. It is huge for a lot of these brawl situations. You can get a lot of good push. I really want to watch LFM versus Smiles. Hey, that's after this. Hey, Bahamut, I think you're the best caster. Thanks for the great job. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Black-Eyed. Thank you. That means a ton to me, friend. Like, I don't think you all get it. Like, thank you. I try so hard for them. But thank you. I really appreciate the compliment. Samuro is going to be banned out by Celeb Gaming, and it's actually a really good map for Samuro. I'm a little sad that we're not going to be seeing it, but that does open avenues for Maiev. That also means that Zeratul is unbanned, and Zeratul has been high priority banned. The other thing I want to note here is since Ana had changes this past week, Ana has had a huge priority in all of these games. Tyrande, Ana are, I would say, our top two healers, at least within S Division from what I've been watching. And it's been, and I wouldn't even say it's like, oh, it's still Ana Nano Boost. No, it's like, Eye of Horus Ana is so strong, and that's going to be Jaina Zeratul. That's a strong combo. You can go ahead and you can have Void Prism with a Ring of Frost setup, or follow-up. I wouldn't be too surprised to see, we could see something like an ETC, though I feel like there's just stronger tanks that can come out here. We actually have the Noobrek once again for shot, but we have Corky Booty picking up the Illidan. So Illidan is going to be in the solo lane. They're going to be going for that. They're going to be saying, you know what? We want to take our hand at this Illidan. I think that's going to be the way that they go about that. But ban-wise, looking at their draft, they do need a support. They could take out the Tyrande. The follow-up to a Noobrek is really powerful. The Huntress Mark is really great. But they could go for it themselves. They could be looking to grab the Tyrande after this ban phase. They do have first pick after the ban. Arthas is going to be taken out here. Washed Up Streamer, how you doing? Can't wait to watch my favorite Joe Main and Wesley Snipes off lane. What? The Wesley Snipes of the off lane? Oh my god, Washed Up Streamer. Thank you. That was very good. Alright, so they're gonna be needing, it's gonna be Joanna, and they're gonna be picking up the Ana once again. So not really anything too different from the first draft that we had from the members of Celeb Gaming. Just a couple changes in the order, as well as the Zeratul as well. Heck yeah, the VP and Donut of Frost combo. Donut of Frost. Alright, this last two picks, they're gonna need support, and ooh, it's more dive. That makes sense. Maiev has dive, Illidan has dive, Greymane has the dive, D-Shield to protect anyone who's getting a little bit low during that dive. That's really aggressive from Order of the Sleeping Dragon. That's a I want to take you to game number 3 kind of draft. Like, we're gonna fight you a lot. Now, what do they do on the side of Celeb Gaming? They have a Zeratul, Jaina, Joanna, Ana. Do they go for a Leorc for more setup? Let's fly. Oh boy! We're gonna get a Falstad. Because his name is Evasion for tax evasion. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. That was so good. It was actually, Evasion in the last game was actually playing Illidan, and I really, really liked the fact that Illidan was being played by Evasion, because it... Sorry, I just gotta do one thing really quick. Okay. Alrighty. Ashburb, yes. Burb indeed. I gotta say, like, Tetra birds are some of the best. I wish his name was Evasion. He evades ganks. He evades ganks, but you know. I'll say this, Hunter. I'll say this. In the last game, they got a couple good ganks in that solo lane, so that's good. But let's go ahead. We will get into this. Game number 2. On the left-hand side, we have OSD, who want to take us to that game number 3 with this incredibly aggressive dive composition. Treebeard on the Greymane, Enigmatic will be on the Maiev. We'll have Corgi Booty on the Illidan. Shot once again on the Anub'arak, and Elhaim will be on the Uther. On the right-hand side, we have Celeb Gaming, who want to just walk right into the grand finals. We have Evasion on the Falstead. Met will be on the Jaina. Slip will be on the Zeratul. Hunter CJ, once again, reprising the role of Joanna. And Satat as well, jumping right back onto that Ana. I chugged a bunch of tea in between all this. I apologize getting all burpy at the start there. But we are in this. We've got our game. Let's find out who takes this. I want that game number 3. I always want game number 3. That's just me. Like, if we had 3 best of 3s, I would want 9 games total. That's just me, though. Sleep Dart? No. Now, we still have that contact healing coming out from Ana. We actually have Wingman for Falstad. So I'm going to be trying to stack up the lightning rod stacks, or, well, get the mercenary camps as well, just to stack up that lightning rod as much as possible. It's a build that I've messed around with myself, and I find it really fun. But I always find myself going back to either Gathering Storm or going into the Season Marksman. Those are pretty much just like all I pick up for Falstead. I always want to try Wingman, but maybe one day. He's gonna use that hot Joe tech. Teaching him. The Joanna in game number 1 was really strong, and I'm happy to see it for game number 2. I'm a little surprised it actually didn't get banned out. Diablo didn't even get. Oh wow, Corgi Booty in the solo lane. Slip is pushing them right back in there, and actually the cleave to try and get the splash damage. They did go for the greater cleave at level 1, so they do have that radius increased by 33%. That would have been devastating. Not devastating per se, but that would have just been a really, really great pickup here. I love the aggression coming out from Order of the Sleeping Dragon to actually steal away the siege camp on the aggressive side. They might know that they're here, but I just don't think that they're going to be able to get there in time. Evasion does check it and says, yeah, they're there. We do have the Bruiser camp going to get pushed up here into the top lane. In bottom lane, we have Enigmatic is trying to chase Slip, but they do not get it, as that is also going to be the stealth activating for them. Oh man, I love the start of this right here for these two teams. This is working out really well for both of them. Fours it's even talent tiers and everything. We do have this top lane push going over in favor for Celeb Gaming. They do have a lot of members up here to just counteract that. They are going to be rotating up. Met and Satat making sure that their Falstad does not go down. They don't think they have the barrel roll, but there is a lot of turnaround damage on this, and Enigmatic in the backline is going to get a lot of these Fan of Knives. Just reset after reset. There's going to be the Umberbind pull in there, but no kill just yet. Reset after reset for those Fan of Knives. Just being able to slap that Q button repeatedly is such a, like, it's got to feel so great, because you're just like, yes, please keep grouping up, and you're done. That's really the big thing, though. Yeah. Okay. Check out our mid lane really quickly. Nothing really worrisome about that. Okay. Neither about top lane. Just both teams just playing it nice and slow and easy. Them as well, just to pull in the minion wave. We'd have Corgi Booty and Slip in bottom lane just going back and forth. Full cleave build coming out from Slip so far. He's gonna have that rendering cleave for the extra bit of damage here. A little bit of chase going to Evasion, who does use the barrel roll out. Yo, Ektar, what's up? How you doing, friend? Glad to see you in chat. Evasion gonna take a little bit of damage here. I'm kind of waiting with just kind of with bated breath, because I'm thinking these teams are gonna either dive in or go for some big gank. No, it's realistically I think they're just gonna be trading these out. Easy back and forth between the two teams. Enigmatic not gonna be blinking forward, and 7s are achieved for both. Peeking down to the bottom lane. I keep wanting to do this because Slip and Corgi Booty are gonna be battling it out. Slip actually gonna be rotating all these odd directions. No mana. Oh, they get caught. There's no way they get out of this. There's no way they get out of this. Oh wait, no, Illidan has no way to reveal. I mean, they do have that right there. But if Slip stands still for a couple more seconds, they can't see him. Calculated. Alrighty. Let's just peek up in this top lane where we actually have a fight breaking out where someone will actually die. Meta's actually going to get pulled back into this, and they're making their way out. They have like no mana themselves. Enigmatic will be going down to that lightning rod. Excuse me. That's not like a talent that you often see. Just like, oh yeah, like that's easy. Slip is Slip living up to their name. Holy crap. I honest to God thought that Corgi Booty had that. That's got to be like one of the most tilting things in the solo lane right there. Mech going to be taking a little bit of damage here. Shot has to barrel rod out. That will be the oh my god, the damage coming out from evasion. They're chasing into this, but they deem to back out. They don't have the barrel roll to get out of here. They will have some healing coming out from Ana, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. We do have Slip diving in and out, but they could get the chase onto this. Evasion is getting healed. That is another barrel roll in their favor, and that's going to be Enigmatic starting to take a lot of damage, but they turn this right around. Hunter CJ is coming for a flank, and it's just tank versus tank with a couple hundred health, but now they just have their Joanna. They pop the Unstoppable, and they make it right out easily. Welcome to Gameplay 2019. These Giants haven't been picked up yet. Nice aggression coming out from Celeb Gaming to grab that. We'll be going over to them for free. Meanwhile, in top lane, we will have Treebeard pushing this up. They want to even out that catapult pressure. Or excuse me, actually, grab some extra catapult pressure in their favor. That'll be pushing up through top lane. They do have the false dead to make sure that they're going to be soaking that up. Can we check on his stacks? I'll just do this. I'm just checking to see. Sitting at step has increased the damage bonus by 5%. Okay. Oops. There we go. Oh, it's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Okay. There's a bunch of buttons you can press and it will just reset it. All right, we are all set. I was just curious what Falstad was sitting at with those stacks as well. And it is just, it's showing me everything, but the total that they currently had, I think it was currently sitting at like just under 40 or so. This is going to be held over in favor for the members of Celeb Gaming for the time being. OSD is going to be looking for their 10 talent, but they actually get the kill onto the Illidan in this mid lane. That is a nice pick off beforehand, but they want to turn and try and get Slip here. Gus to disengage to make sure that there isn't going to be the counter kill. Nice play coming out. They hold over bottom lane. Hunter CJ doing a great job. I just realized it's not Hunter CJ. I'm so potato. Hunter C Jr. I've just realized that after all this time. Here's the Storm interface. Oh yeah. Smash a bunch of buttons and you'll get back to the view that you want. It's actually, if you hit W and E, like it changes the view and then it goes back to everyone. It's a weird combination that I figured out. Because sometimes like you can't just backspace off of things anymore. Like I don't think you can backspace off of minions. So you can either let it die or, yeah. Interface, and just interface things. Sleep Dart does go on a Treebeard, taking a little bit of damage. They back off of there. That will be mid lane held together by a sliver on the fort. Also, by the way, Watched Up Streamer, thank you so much for the follow during that game. It's intuitive as their official competitive scene. CJ over C Jr. Dive in coming out onto Hunter here. They're gonna be. I'm just gonna say Hunter from now on. Zay, what's up? Thank you for coming by. Blinds do go out. Treebeard trying to get some damage, but they're blinded. Gonna be doing anything here. This is going to be a double temple phase coming up in a few moments. That will be in the top lane and the bottom lane. We actually have the solo lane currently in the top lane pushing into each other, and that is gonna be the web wrap going onto the Ana. They have some dive in Met, gonna be taking a lot of damage. That will be the first kill in this engagement. Water Elemental is gonna be down here. It's evasion with the little bit of a late gust, but they do still save the rest of the team. That will be 19 seconds on that Jaina. We do have actually a fight between... Oh my god, the Void Prison. 2 times. Slip making it out with just barely any health. 2 times. We go down to this bottom lane, we're going to be having another brawl breaking out. They're going to be trying to get onto evasion here. It isn't going to be working out. 30 seconds on that gust. We do have the containment disc going out onto the Joanna, so they're going to be trying to get onto evasion here. Who does have the barrel royale? Elhaim will have maybe a stun. That is going to be the follow-up. They do get the kill onto the Falstad. Meanwhile, we have Illidan coming into the backline for a decent flank. Or actually, we're just joining into the fight. It's not really going to be a flank at that point. We do have the burrow charge coming out from Shot. There's a lot of damage coming out here, but so many of the members are so low on the side of Order of the Sleeping Dragon. Ana goes down, but Greymane will as well. Corgi Booty trying to back out. Elhaim will be the next one to go down as well. well. Shot very low here. The water elemental is popped. They say leave. No, actually, I'm going to make it out alive. The ghost healing from Uther will not be enough, and they get the chase. A Nubrek goes down. I wouldn't be too surprised to see a quick call for the boss onto this, as Falstead should be able to have the flight soon. Does Falstead have flight soon? Yeah, there it is. Those you can trade these out. Okay. Woo. One does not simply dive Joanna. Strange that Celeb took Void Prism. I apologize. I was reading Twitch chat. Strange Celeb took Void Prism and Nana Boost and not Ring of Frost. I can see, yeah, I agree with that. It's a little strange, but Water Elemental does get a lot of value. I keep looking at the mini-map and I just see Slip in all these like horrible positions. I'm like, how's that Duke boy gonna get out of this time? Like, no. There will be, seriously, like Slip, how many times has Slip actually died? 0? Slip has died 0 times, and there's been like 4 or 5 situations where I'm like, yeah, that's a dead Zeratul. It is a bit of a weird move. You are all right, but hey, they've got their synergies planned. We'll see what they get out of that. It's going to be Treebeard actually confirming out the rest of the top altar. Going to get some decent value. I don't know if this will take down the bottom fort, but it will at least shred it quite a bit. Yeah, not going to be taking that down. 15 talent tier in favor for the members of Celeb Gaming. They aren't too far off from the 16s. They might be trying to play aggressive into that as Slip will get the blink out. That will be the burrow charge coming out from Shot. They're starting to chase us. The rest of the team will be engaging onto this as well. Jay's coming out. They have the blink right around Hunter C. Jay is going to be jumping right back in. This is going to be a hard habit to break. Illidan's the first one to go down. Falstead with the flight in here. No gust is used as they want to chase this a little bit further. That will be the Void Prism going to be in there. They're trying to get onto the aggressive side of this to push them right back in. They don't need to as they get the D-Shield onto 1, but that will be the Anubrek going down. A lot of burst damage going to Zeratul, so they finally get that kill onto Slip, but unfortunately they will be losing their support as well to Falstead during that entire engagement as they're trying to get some extra damage out from Enigmatic, but not going to be happening. And with those 3 kills and just their Zeratul down, Gus still up and available, they say, let's take boss. We have boss control, and it's easy. Zuni, what's up? How are you doing, my friend? Ellie slows Illidan and Greymane. It's true. That's true. Oh, the hunt comes in at the last second. They don't get the full gust here. They're trying to engage onto this. There's a lot of damage coming out. Treebeard is going to be very low. Corky Booty's the first one to go down. That's going to be Greymane as well. They end up getting the boss, and Enigmatic will be potentially going down. Sleep Dart does not connect, but the first from Jaina is way too much. Actually, Falstad going to steal that away. 3. Oh, some B steps as they lost boss. A little confusing. Boss will be pushing through bottom lane, and now we have still talent tier advantage in favor for the members of Celeb Gaming. They do need to worry about this on the side of Order of the Sleeping Dragon, as this is going to be decent pressure. They also have a single temple activating through mid lane. They could have Zeratul go stand on that, but they're saying, you know what? Let's bring the team here. We only have Void Prism down for the next 15 seconds. Let's try and push this in. When their team's up, we maybe take a fight at that situation while we do still have our talent tier advantage and a very healthy boss. Keep goes down. They clear out the wave. This is a nice wave behind them as well. Blessed Shield goes out. It doesn't connect. Water Elemental is going to be popped as well. We do have the Sleep Dart onto 1. Anubrek will be burrowing forward. They do get the kill onto the Anubrek right away. That is going to be the VP onto 2 members here. Treebeard is going to be isolated away from a couple of the rest. The D-Shield goes onto Illidan at the last second. They're going to auto-attack to get some healing Ice Block out from Met as well. Looks like this is going to be the boss getting most of the core, and the GGs are called. That's going to be game number 2 going over to Celeb Gaming. GG. Well played.